In this video, I'm going to talk about the apps within Center of Excellence Starter Kit component. As you see from the screen over here, there are like a lot of solutions being installed, like the Center of Excellence core components, Power Platform Administration Planning, CoE, ALM Accelerator, Nurture Components, Governance Component. Now, and Innovation Backlog. Now, all these components are part of the Center of Excellence Starter Kit. But how do we open the app which reside within this component? So, for an example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the solution over here. When I click on the solution over here, I'll see a whole bunch of components within that solution. But I'm more interested in the apps. So if I click on apps, a list of all the apps within that particular core component solution is being listed over here. Now the apps are Canvas app or a model driven app. Now remember, the main important app within this entire COE core component is the COE setup and upgrade visit. Now, this is the starting point to start with your COE journey. What you can do is, like, it's a model driven app. You can just click on this meatball icon and then click on play. The moment you do that, this app will be launched. I'm not going to do that now because I'm going to cover all this app one by one in all my upcoming videos. Okay, so these are some of the listed apps within core components. Now, I have segregated the apps into model driven app and Canvas app. And there is something called as a Power BI embedded app. Now, for core components, I have a model-driven app. So there are six model-driven apps: Power Platform Admin View, COE Setup and Upgrade Visit, COE Make Command Center, COE Admin Command Center, App Catalog, and DLP Impact Analysis. Now, as I told you, the number two app, COE Setup and Upgrade Visit, will be your starting point to configure all your Center of Excellence Starter Kit components. Power Platform Admin View will give you a basic and a high level analysis and inventory count for all the components within your environment. DLP impact analysis is like in a preview, and then it will show you more thing about data loss prevention policies and how to configure the policies and what are the policies what are the actions which gets impacted because of setting up those DLP policies within your environment. Now there are a set of Canvas apps. There are five Canvas apps, which is set app permission, set flow permission, DLP editor, admin environment request, and maker environment request. Now these are set of Canvas app which will help you to perform some sort of an action. Some of the apps are for an admin, some of the apps are for the makers. Power BI embedded app. Now admin access this app, admin access this flow. Now technically you can't directly use this app, but this app is usually embedded in a Power BI report, and the Power BI report will help you trigger this app. Okay. When I'm going to cover the Power BI section, I will go in more depth for this particular app. So moving on to the governance component. So governance component has a couple of Canvas app and one model driven app. So the model driven app is a developer compliance center whereby all the apps within your organization which has been published by the user will undergo some compliance steps. So those information are captured in this developer compliance center. Uh, Canvas apps, app and flow notifications, cleanup view, and cleanup old objects app, which will allow you to clean up the inventory within your environment. Moving on to the nurture components. The nurture component has one Canvas app. It's a video hub, and there are a couple of model-driven app, which is for nurture apps for admin and maker. So video hub is basically, I'd say, like an internal YouTube for your organization, whereby you can publish the video, and then those videos will be surfaced out to an end user for consumption. So it's mainly about adoption and training journey for your organization. Innovation component. So innovation backlog and innovation backlog admin are a couple of Canvas app which comes as a part of innovation component solution. This particular application will help you to have those innovation culture within your organization. If someone has an idea to build an app, or if they have some sort of an understanding about some sort of a idea, which they can pursue further to build in a simple app or an enterprise grade app, then those all things will be housed within this particular application. ALM Accelerator. So it's all about application lifecycle management. It has a couple of app, Canvas app, and model-driven app. Model-driven app is basically an kind of an administration-based app for the application lifecycle management, and Canvas app is consumed by an end user to deploy the solution from dev, test, stage, prod, as in when you configure your backend systems for it. Then we have Power Platform Administration Planning app, which is basically a model driven app, and it lists down all the admin tasks. The admin task can be configured, and the result of that admin task will be published as a part of Power BI administration planning activity.